Hey Lindsay, how you doing? So, I've got your work lined up here. I don't really see any written. A lot of students are given a written, kind of what their thoughts are and where they're going and kind of where they're scheming, where the scheming lies, as it were. Um, and they're attaching a PDF, and that's cool because it gives me an idea, it gives me an idea on how I can comment on basically on what you're thinking. Otherwise, I can only comment on what you're doing. Visually. So can't really comment on your thoughts because I don't have them in front of me. So a couple of things, all right? This looks good. I love this luge. This is awesome. A couple of things that I want to make up. You need to really make this thing a little bit more regular and things like this. Okay, you see the bottom, the sled part, you see those rounded caps right there? And then you got this really pointy cap right here. And that's really creating this uncomfortable visual tension right here. It's almost seeing the same thing right up here. Okay, so I would round those out and really try to get some regularity in your angles and the curves, curves and angles of your these organic curves and angles, and watch your angles and curves. I mean, for example, this right here, this logo is presented on a different angle than this logo right here, and as we know, that probably wouldn't be something that would be permitted. I wouldn't let it happen in my studio. If one of my designers came into my office here and asked for if they could do this particular change the angle of something, I would absolutely, without question, no. There's some things you just can't do. Okay. Next thing I'm seeing that is really going to be a serious problem is your color choice. I'm looking at the logo and I'm looking at the ticket, and there's just no color harmony whatsoever in there. I think you're doing some interesting things with these greens and blues right here. I do. Not crazy about that tinted color you get as a third, mixing this blue over this green. But that's a very, very nice blue. That's a nice green. This is a gorgeous green right here. I mean, these two colors together are gorgeous. These say winter sports all over them, don't they? The black or that dark gray, I'm just not really feeling it. So, I think you're doing some interesting things, but I think you're working on your logo. And the logo's interesting. It's got some nice form. It's got a really beautiful relationship between the mark itself and the type. So it's just got a nice flow to it. It's just got a nice flow. This other variation has these beveled edges. And I mean, I guess it's all right. I mean, I'm a fan of simplicity. I'm a minimalist from the get, so of course I would need a darn good reason for those bevels. Um, Again, so we've got this Olympic logo isn't on your ticket. It should be the Olympic rings and your logo. You got to get your logo on here somewhere too. Okay. I know you're not done, but just some things. That's nice. Uh, what you call it? What is it called? I forget what it's called in Photoshop. Not a gradient map. Oh boy, I don't know. I forget. But anyways, nice job. Nice job, by the way. Looks good. Really, really mapped very well to the contours and the little wrinkles in the shirt. And that's awesome. Good job. This looks great. Nice job getting a reflection in the sign. Little things like that make this a home run. I mean, without those, I'm going to be honest with you. Without those reflections, this is it's basic work. By adding the reflections back in, it's a good, really, really gives it some beautiful realism, I should say. All right, so that's the direction I'm talking about. Typically, you want your text to face out on the ticket, because that way, believe it or not, the person looking at the ticket is going to be able to read it easier. Also, these things are designed to keep as a keepsake, so keep that in mind. One thing I was also questioning that I had forgot to mention until just this second is this right here. These white things right here and right here. I think it would be more interesting if they were to go through all the way through, don't you? Food for thought. Good job, Lindsay. Thanks.